Good evening, welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. My name's Chris, this is James, and tonight we are going to be reviewing Popeye the Slayer Man.
You can't handle the truth!
A curious group of friends sneak into an abandoned spinach canning factory to investigate the legend of the Sailor Man, who is said to haunt the factory and the local docks.
So, I have a question which is quite an important one regarding this movie.
Okay.
Why are we reviewing Popeye the Slayer Man?
I thought it'd be a good idea.
I suppose we've got to get a broad scope of movies.
Yeah, this a big spectrum.
Certainly a B movie. It's listed as a B movie, and it definitely is a B movie.
We've got Jason Robert Stevens, Sarah Nicklin, and Angela Reluccio.
The usual suspects.
What did you think of the visuals?
At first, I kind of liked the visuals, especially of Popeye. I thought it was actually pretty cool. And then every second I watched the movie from when he first appeared, I hated them more and more and more, to the point I couldn't stand watching it. There's not much to say about the visuals. The suit's the main thing about the visuals, and like the anchor and stuff. I mean, it was a suit, it wasn't CGI.
Yeah.
It looked like a suit. It looked like me or you in a suit. It didn't look too great to me. And the gore factor was also very, very basic and not very imaginative.
Yeah.
Over to you, Chris. Please chip in something else.
I think they spent the entire very small budget they would have had on having that Bentley in the car park in one scene.
Yeah.
And I feel like they spent all of the budget renting that car.
I mean, it's probably there by accident. I was like, let's record now while we've got it. Do we know what the budget was? Have we got it?
No, I don't.
No, I'll put it on the screen. It'll be on the screen here somewhere.
Oh, he's gonna find it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be high.
So let's have a bet.
100,000.
That low? Oh, okay. I was going to say 8 million. I don't know why I was going to say that, but the actual budget is here.
You think 8 million? Did you watch it, right?
National minimum wage has gone up, hasn't it? Maybe I'm wrong about that. We'll see.
No, well, I mean, either I've gone really too low or you've gone way too high. I thought it was terrible. It was, like, even for a B movie, It was poor.
It was really bad.
I would say borderline lazy.
The whole movie, for me, to summarise, is borderline unwatchable. And if we wasn't for doing this movie review, I just would have turned it off, to be quite honest with you. But I did kind of want to have a look at it still, just to see what they did. But they didn't do anything.
When he crushed the first person's head with his bare hands, I thought, okay, cool. But then he kind of seemed to want to do that again, and I'm like, you've done that.
They got lazy. They kept doing the same thing.
I did like the anchor that he used to
that was
the
okay.
guy's neck. That was okay.
There was no originality.
You had the couple that weren't a couple, but he was a player. Like, I don't know how. He was trying to get that blonde girl, and she was like, "Oh, play hard to get, but not really hard to get." And there's a bit where they're kind of running away from him, and they're trying to grab a bit of scaffold at the top so they can like swing across to an exit or a window or something.
I'm trying to remember the scene you're saying, but also trying to forget
the
movie
he
at the
can't
same
reach
time.
it, and he slips and he falls onto the spikes and they impale him and he dies. Yeah. Well, actually, he doesn't die. He doesn't get impaled then and dies. He falls onto the thing, and then later when he's trying to pull his foot out of the net, the spikes impale him and he dies. Then 5 minutes later, she does exactly the same thing, knowing that he's a foot taller at least, longer reach. She tries to reach and doesn't matter. But at no point does anyone try to jump or just anything different. And so exactly the same thing happened. She fell and it landed exactly the same place as him, but on top of him with the spikes going through her. Likes. What did you like about Popeye the Slayer Man?
I really liked when it ended, because I could go back to just doing something better, like being asleep or being in pain, being sick would have been better than watching this movie. I don't think I liked anything about this movie other than the fact that Popeye just about resembled Popeye.
I was going to say that I liked. Do the actors and actresses and director Robert Ryan or whatever his name is, do they know that this film is as bad as it is? Or do you think they sat at home after they'd made it and went...
That's the thing with some B movies. They have that charm that they are low budget, but to be honest, most of them are just not good. If we talk about what I didn't like about the movie, there was the story. There wasn't one at all. And they just kind of threw in that, he ate some spinach and went nuts in olive oil in a scene halfway through the movie.
No, there was a whole bacteria increase in the
No, there was no
spinach.
story at all. There was nothing about any of the characters that you wanted to watch. The gory scenes, which are the only thing that could have really saved a movie like this, for someone who just likes a gore horror, just repeated the same ones and were done sloppy and really lazy. Popeye always appears in the same way. He always appears behind them exactly the same in every single time he appears. He just always appears in the background.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
There's one time he appears not just behind her, but on the computer.
Was he on the... Yeah, well...
Yeah, so,
The music wasn't good. The direction wasn't good. I mean, I'm just going to list out everything about the movie. It just wasn't good.
All the camera angles were level as well.
Yeah,
So they never did that, look up at the thing that had the power, look down at the people. They didn't do any of that kind of stuff, like simple stuff. And, like dislikes, I'm going to go into it. He's eating this spinach still. Apparently.
Yeah, he's still gulping it.
It's been like 20 years or something. But obviously they wanted you to see that the spinach was radioactive or whatever. So at one point he eats a can of spinach and then drops it, and then she looks at it and it's a can of spinach and it's glowing. But it's full. So they couldn't even be bothered to that little scene, that little bit of editing, to make it look like it had been eaten a bit.
That's a lot of spinach if he was eating it for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, how much spinach was left in that factory? Oh, and he wasn't a ghost. He was a worker that was just decided to live there for no reason other than he ate some spinach and got big arms and felt a bit weird. He just decided to stay there.
And if you think about it, there was quite a lot they could have done with this movie.
Yeah, there was.
Because he does go from being like skinny to having the spinach becoming big to have it. Like, they could have done something.
At the end, the two people cover it up. They're like, oh, he's not a bad guy, it's the spinach. He'll stop eating that and he won't be a bad guy anymore.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And they're like, I'll come back for you, Daddy, and all that rubbish. He's been murdering people for 20 years. And what, you never had police go, shall we just walk? Because it was a person. It wasn't a ghost. It was living there, bed, everything. And at no point did the police go, maybe we should check this out.
Maybe we should get him. And that guy as well, who wanted to take him on when he first met him, and he's just like, yeah, bro, I'm going to take you. I was like, did he not see his forearms? They were like bigger than his legs. It was hard to watch.
Okay, let's just do it. Out of 10, what would you give that movie?
I would recommend not watching this movie for any reason. There's not even a funny part to it that you would watch just for the sake of, it's so bad it's good. It's not even got that to it. Just being nice, I'm going to give it a 3.5 because I'm being nice to the people that were obviously amateurs trying. No, I'm not, because they didn't try. I'm giving it a 3. Just a 3.
I'd give it 2.5.
I'm giving it a 2.5 as well.
Okay, look how quick you know what?
You want to go lower? I'll go lower.
It was diabolical.
Yeah, Popeye the Slayer Man is a 2.5 from us.
Don't bother watching it.
Don't watch it.